on Raw, my thoughts about the direction of where Monday Night Raw is going and just the overall show from last night, man. But before I even get the full rundown of the show, man, I just want to talk. And I know that's pretty much what we do here. You know, we dissect the show, we go over the show, the good, the bad, and the ugly of the show, and, you know, everything leading up to SummerSlam, obviously happening pretty much in a week. You know, but I just want to talk about the show, man, before I even do a full breakdown of whatever the hell we saw last night. Look, you know, I get that, you know, obviously there's frustration across the board with Monday Night Raw. And at first, I really didn't understand it. You know, I didn't watch Saturday night's main event that took place this past weekend. It was live from Madison Square Garden. But I had some friends of mine tell me about the show and what all took place at Madison Square Garden. You know, at Madison Square Garden, you had, you know, obviously the Knicks just won the NBA Finals. You had Jalen Brunson. You had Karl Anthony Towns there. You had a lot of Dan Hausen there as well. And a lot of people that I talked to honestly said it was probably one of the worst Saturday night's main events they've seen since the reboot for Saturday night's main event. And then we get to Monday Night Raw last night, man. And to be honest, you know, I watched the entire show just like I do every single week, every single Monday night. I watch Monday Night Raw. I give you guys reviews. I give you guys my thoughts about Monday Night Raw and everything that's going on with Raw and WWE, just like I've been doing now for the past couple years. I'm going to be honest, bro. Last night's show for Monday Night Raw might go down as one of the worst Monday Night Raw episodes of the entire calendar year for 2026. I thought last night's show was fucking horrible. There's so many problems with last night. I don't even know where to begin with whatever the fuck I saw last night. So what I do want to talk about, what I want to start with, is the fact that we get to Monday Night Raw. We had, from what I understand and what I saw last night, we had 5 segments from the Judgment Day and about 3 segments from Dan Hausen last night on Monday Night Raw. I could have miscounted one or two, but I think it was roughly close to 7 or 8 segments that we had last night between the Judgment Day and Dan Hausen last night on Monday Night Raw. I have a problem with that. So I want to start with the Judgment Day. You know, the Judgment Day, you know, obviously they've been around for quite some time. You know, they've gone through the Rhea Ripley's and Damian Priest and Finn Balor's, and now we have Liv Morgan, Dominic Mysterio, JD McDonough, Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez is now the Judgment Day that we are currently in. They even had Carlito at one point. So a lot of things have changed with the Judgment Day stable as time has gone on. The Judgment Day, my impression with the Judgment Day when it first came around was that they were building stars, future stars, or trying to establish stars, or bring stars more to the limelight, like Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest, JD McDonough, Dominic Mysterio, Roxanne Perez, Liv Morgan, you know, Raquel Rodriguez, and bring them more to a spotlight than what they were doing at the time before they got to the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day is not making any more new stars, bro. They're not. A lot of people have been calling for the end of the Judgment Day, especially ever since Finn Balor left the Judgment Day, and Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. A lot of people thought, well, okay, Rhea Ripley left, Damian Priest left, and now Finn Balor left. Is this the end, ultimately, of the Judgment Day? No. The Judgment Day ain't going a damn place. I don't know what the need for the Judgment Day is anymore. I mean, if you look at Liv Morgan's situation, Christ, Liv Morgan has not defended the Women's World title since WrestleMania, which was in April. Here we are now in July, and her next title defense that she's going to have is in August against Io Sky, only because Io Sky won the Queen of the Ring, which granted her an opportunity at the Women's World title. So we're talking from April until now August, when Liv is having her second title defense. It's fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Now, I don't know, obviously the big plan for Liv was obviously Stephanie Vaquer. I'm assuming she's having visa issues, and that's the reason why we have not seen Stephanie Vaquer on Monday Night Raw for quite some time. But you have other suitable challengers that you can create to be number one contenders for Liv Morgan. I don't know what the hell. I mean, Liv Morgan, this might be one of the Liv Morgan. It probably is Liv Morgan's worst title reign ever of all time. To be honest with you. It is slim pickings of who she's defending that title against. I mean, we're in the conversation with Liv's title defense or title reign being as worse as Jade Cargill's WWE Women's title reign. I mean, it's pretty much neck and neck at this point. So we have that, and we had, an abundance of segments from the Judgment Day, and then we also get Danhausen. Look, man, at the end of the day, I told you guys how I felt about Danhausen when he came into Monday Night Raw, well, came into WWE at least, that he was going to come in as a comedic act, meaning he was going to come in, the fans were going to be laughing and carrying on, and, he's going to bring some kind of entertainment value to what WWE is all about. So they get the fans excited, and, the mystique, if you will, of what Danhausen is. The whole curse thing and all this other shit. My thing with Danhausen is this, bro. Number one, Danhausen barely wrestles in WWE. Yes, he had a match with JD McDonough at Saturday Night's Main Event. Okay, fine. Then we have a match announcement for SummerSlam between Danhausen and Dominic Mysterio, which I'll get to at some point in today's episode, that's scheduled for SummerSlam. We had 3 segments last night of Danhausen. There's an overabundance of seeing Danhausen, whether it's Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown. And I'm just getting tired of it, bro. I'm just tired of it. I think, honestly, you got to fill out a show, and I get that. You're going to have multiple different segments throughout Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, and you had to fill those slots. And obviously, the powers that be are going to want to put Danhausen in one of those segments throughout, whether it's Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. To me, Danhausen, I don't get it. I'm not a big fan of the whole cursed thing, to be honest with you. I understand they were doing that for the New York Knicks when they won the NBA Finals, and he played, I guess, a significant role in the Knicks winning the NBA Finals, whatever. And I'm happy for the Knicks. I mean, it took them over 50 years to become NBA champions. Congratulations to the New York Knicks. It's time to move on. It's time to move on. It's time to see what else we can do. I mean, Christ, bro, I understand we're going into Madison Square Garden for Saturday Night's Main Event, bro. I don't know if I was seeing a WWE event or hearing about a WWE event or watching the NBA on ESPN or NBC. I mean, you had Brunson, you had Karl Anthony Towns, you had an abundance of celebrities in town. They were also doing the Fanatics Fest also in New York as well. And then we get to Monday Night Raw, and it's like, oh shit, it's like they forgot they had Monday Night Raw to do for Monday. This show last night was fucking horrible. Absolutely fucking horrible. And I mean, and I'm not trying to just blame Danhausen and the Judgment Day, bro, but you got an abundance of, 7 to 8 segments between the Judgment Day and Danhausen for Monday Night Raw, bro? Come on, man. And we're roughly about a week and some time out from SummerSlam. Come on, man. Come on. What the fuck are we doing? And the problem is that you have people out here complaining that, there was not a singles women match last night. With all due respect, bro, there's so many more problems right now than a women's match on Monday Night Raw. The creative team for WWE is fucking trash. It's fucking trash, man. And for anybody out here that's willing to defend this shit, you need to get your fucking head checked. If you're one of those individuals out here saying that Saturday Night's Main Event and last night's Monday Night Raw was a really good show, go get your fucking head checked. You're the problem. You are the fucking problem. And the reason why this shit is going to continue to keep happening, because no one's willing to speak up. This show fucking sucked. Point blank. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. If that's what y'all want, this is the wrong place to be, bro. Go somewhere else. I'm not sugarcoating shit. Last night's show fucking sucked. And then you make an announcement. Here's the other fucking thing. You make an announcement for a matchup next week on Monday Night Raw that you had 2 weeks ago, and you're going to run it back again for what I believe is the Women's Intercontinental Championship between Sol Ruca and Raquel Rodriguez next week, knowing we had that same fucking match 2 weeks ago. Where's Roxanne Perez? Why is she not involved in the Women's Intercontinental Championship picture? Why has it got to be Raquel Rodriguez? Look, I love Raquel. She's great. But what about Roxanne? Roxanne's playing second fiddle to Raquel Rodriguez. Or hell, third fiddle at this point. Behind Liv, Raquel, and then now we have Roxanne. You're running the same fucking match back that we just had 2 weeks ago. Come on, bro. Who's writing this shit? Honestly, who wrote Monday Night Raw last night? If you're a producer of Raw, and you produced anything for Monday Night Raw last night, you ought to be fucking fired. Who's writing this garbage? Honestly, who's writing this shit? Bruce Pritchard? Who is writing this shit? Because last night's Raw was fucking garbage. Absolutely fucking garbage. And then we're about a week and so out from SummerSlam, and guess who's not there? Roman fucking Reigns. I'm going to be honest, man. And yeah, I know Seth Rollins probably has a snowball's chance in hell of winning his matchup at SummerSlam against Roman. Snowball's chance in hell. But this part-time shit for Roman, it ain't cutting the fucking mustard, man. It ain't cutting the mustard. I want a champion that's going to fucking be there and is actually going to defend that title and not nitpick and choose where he wants to defend that title and when he wants to show up or not. You take your ass to work. This part-time Roman bullshit, bro. And I'm gonna say this shit too, bro. No, with all due respect to Roman, you ain't Dwayne, bro. You're not out here making Hollywood movies, making $100 million a year or $90 million a year, bro. You're not. You had a role in what? One of the Fast and Furious movies, I believe, and then now you were booked in the Street Fighter movie. You're not making 30, 40, 50, 60 million dollars from a Hollywood movie premiere, bro. You're not. Let's fucking be real. Let's call what it is. Let's call a spade a spade. This dude don't even want to show up to fucking work, and here's the second biggest pay-per-view in the calendar year for WWE, and this guy's a fucking no-show. Who is the current World Heavyweight Champion. I'm sick and tired of that shit, man. And then Roman has the audacity, oh, you're going to see me a lot more around here. Doing what? Doing what, bro? 2 matches with Jacob Fatu that were dog shit? Come on, man. Come on. And I know there's a lot of people who are going to be like, oh, I can't believe you said that about Roman Reigns. It's the fucking truth, man. This part-time shit ain't cutting the fucking mustard. And not for nothing, if you're going in one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year, not for nothing, there should be all hands on deck. You decided not to show up in Detroit, Michigan for a Monday Night Raw episode because you opted not to go and wanted to stay in New York City to kiss New York City's ass. Then, I mean, bro, what the fuck are we doing here? What are we doing? It's his job to be on Monday Night Raw. It's his job to carry the World Heavyweight title. It's also his fucking job to help build the matchup between Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. You had Seth Rollins come out last night, and he was approached by Solo Sikoa. Solo says, oh, I want to be your Cody Rhodes. What? You want to help Seth Rollins with Roman Reigns, and then here comes Jacob Fatu, and guess what Solo Sikoa does? Hauls ass out the fucking ring. But you're supposed to trust this guy to have your back against Roman fucking Reigns at SummerSlam. Give me a fucking break, bro. Really? And then on top of that shit, we don't hear anything from Seth Rollins really when it pertains to Roman. And all Monday Night Raw has been doing now, seemingly, is trying to tell this story between Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns through vignettes. You can't have on-air Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins have a back-and-forth segment to sell us on this fucking match for the World Heavyweight title. Why? Because Roman doesn't even want to fucking show up for work. I'm sorry, man. I think it's a crock of shit, bro. I'm sorry. This shit is fucking garbage. It's fucking garbage. And it's across the board. Wrestling in 2026 is fucking shit. It's in the goddamn dumpster, bro. I'm sorry. I mean, it's... Oh, man. You know, and I sit here and I try to find the pros and cons of every fucking show I watch. I really do. Because, unfortunately, when you're a wrestling fan, you have to. You have to. I couldn't find a single fucking thing from last night that I actually legitimately enjoyed. Honestly. Here we are, seeing LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu, bro. I have said this now for I don't know how fucking long. LA Knight cannot get away from the bloodline. LA Knight is kissing the bloodline's ass crack right now because at the end of the day, without the bloodline, this guy ain't on TV. LA Knight's back in catering with Otis and Tozawa, sharing a chicken parm sandwich and bullshit until Raw's over, and then they take their flights home. Right now, the bloodline is keeping LA Knight's ass on television. Whether you like it or not. And if you're an LA Knight fan, sorry, bro, but it's a hard pill to swallow. But that's the fucking truth. They have no plans for LA Knight. There's no plans to push LA Knight. Every single fucking week now, and I can't even tell you how many weeks, months it's been, LA Knight is attached to the fucking Usos like you would not believe, or the Bloodline. It is fucking ridiculous, and it's fucking boring. It's fucking boring. It's the same shit every fucking week. Rinse and fucking repeat. Oh, well, the bloodline this, the bloodline that, Roman this, Roman that. Bro, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm sick of that shit, bro. You have no other things for this guy to do besides bitch, whine, and complain about the fucking bloodline. Oh, I'm going to take Jacob Fatu and take him back to factory settings, bro. You might as well go have your fucking ass back to factory settings with your bags packed and one foot out the fucking door waiting for your Greyhound bus ticket to send your ass somewhere else. You might as well call back Billy Corgan at this fucking point and go back to NWA as Eli Drake. They're not doing shit with you, buddy. You're trying to push for a main event spot that just ain't fucking there. It's not there. You know why it's not there? Because let's look at the narrative here. LA Knight's in his 40s, trying to pass it off as a guy in his mid to early 30s, which he's not. Trying to be a main event caliber star right now when you've been with the company for how long, and they're not doing a fucking thing with you. As far as I'm concerned, when LA Knight shows up to any arena for Monday Night Raw, he goes to the Bloodline locker room first and starts kissing their asses. Because without the fucking Bloodline, this guy ain't doing a fucking thing on Monday Night Raw. I'm sick of this shit, bro. I'm fucking tired of it. It's the same fucking shit, rinse and fucking repeat every single fucking week. I also apologize if you guys are hearing the rain in the background. It's storming like crazy where I'm at right now. But at the end of the day, this is fucking ridiculous, man. It's the same shit every fucking week with no change. No sense of direction. Okay, yeah, we're going into SummerSlam because LA Knight needs a match at SummerSlam, so we're going to book LA Knight in a tag team matchup with LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Powerhouse Hobbs against, guess who? The Usos and Jacob Fatu. Well, hell, it does not take Scooby-Doo and the goddamn gang to figure out what LA Knight's doing at fucking SummerSlam. I mean, bro, what the fuck are we doing here? What are we doing? It's the same shit every fucking week. Yeah. Bro, you get pissed off with that shit. And then you hear Jacob Fatu, I swear to God to y'all, bro, I was waiting for Jacob Fatu to literally, with that backstage, when he was walking to the backstage area, when Raw was, get ready to come on the air, and you saw Jacob Fatu walk to the backstage area, I thought for sure that Jacob Fatu said he was going to dog walk LA Knight, bro. And I would have laughed my ass off. Because not for nothing, bro, you ain't dog walking shit. You're not. You done said it how many times against Roman, and now you're leashed, bro. The Samoan werewolf is leashed. And that's a fucking shame. Because at the end of the day, bro, Jacob Fatu is not the same guy. He's not the same guy. And you might as well look at the matchup at SummerSlam, the 6-man tag, and then look to November for Survivor Series. Because you know good and hell well that the War Games matchup is going to some way, somehow involve the fucking Bloodline. You don't think LA Knight's not going to be a part of that shit? Hell, the way I'm looking at it, they can do a 4-on-4 right now. For SummerSlam, if they don't want to do a 5-on-5, you got Roman, Jacob Fatu, and the Usos on one side, and then you got LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, Powerhouse Hobbs, and maybe the debut of Zilla Fatu. Because not for nothing, isn't Survivor Series live from Houston, Texas? Isn't Zilla from Houston? It's a great way to bring him into the fold. His first pay-per-view match is in his hometown. Why not? He's already been rumored to go over to the Performance Center. And look, that's nothing against Zilla. I've been waiting for Zilla Fatu to show up in WWE. I think the guy's ready. But I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? What are we doing? And everybody's bitching and complaining about, oh, well, there wasn't no women's matches last night, bro. That is the least of our fucking concerns right now. Jesus fucking Christ, man. I think it's time that people, and I think people are starting to realize this, because what I'm about to say now, it's going to wake up a lot of fucking people. So when you watch Monday Night Raw last night, you had wide receiver from the Minnesota Vikings, Justin Jefferson, doing a great commercial, but now telling the fans that tickets are now $25 a pop. You want to know why that is, ladies and gentlemen? It's because WWE had priced themselves out. And they're not moving fucking tickets. They're not putting asses in seats. So they had to lower the tickets to $25 fucking dollars because what the matches they have on the docket right now for SummerSlam is not putting asses in seats. Knowing that you got Obafemi versus Lesnar in a Hell in a Cell, Seth and Roman for the World Heavyweight title, and CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship, and you still can't put asses in seats for SummerSlam. So now you have to lower the ticket prices to $25 for WWE to try to cover their ass to make revenue and have a sold-out show for SummerSlam. I think people need to wake up and smell the goddamn folders and realize that TKO is the kryptonite to WWE. That TKO company, bro, is killing WWE. And I think people are slowly starting to realize that this shit ain't cutting the mustard, man. It's not doing it. You got a guy in Ari Emanuel who don't give a shit about the wrestling aspect of WWE. He cares about the fucking stock of WWE, the New York Stock Exchange, and where WWE's at in the stock right now. That's it. And the money and the revenue that they're making. That's it. Bro, but if you ain't got the wrestling, you ain't got the stories, bro, a lot of those fans are going to end up leaving, and guess where they're going? They're going to AEW. And they're going to leave in droves. They're going to go somewhere else. TNA, WWE, or AEW, New Japan, wherever. Hell, Maple Leaf Pro at this fucking point. You only care about what the stock is telling you. And let's face facts, they're printing money from this Netflix deal. They only care about the fucking money, man. That's it. They're trying to print money at this point. And it's biting them in the ass. Immensely. I mean, Christ, bro, look at the show last night, man. And you can't sit here and tell me, oh, yeah, TKO and them give a shit about the product. They don't give a fuck about the product, man. As long as their pockets are lined with cash, they don't give a single shit about WWE. As long as it's generating dollars for Ari Emanuel and TKO. Let's just keep it a buck, man. That's been the MO for the longest fucking time now since TKO has come into the fold with WWE. It's about generating dollars and making money and making revenue, which I understand. It's a fucking business. But what's that business about? Professional fucking wrestling. If you ain't got the wrestling and you ain't got the storylines and you ain't got the fans, guess what, bud? You ain't got shit. You ain't got shit. Scratching and clawing, trying to squeeze $1 out of a fucking dime. And that's what they're doing. And they're also trying to book this shit like it's the UFC, bro. Look how many fucking celebrities. Always at Raw, SmackDown, or maybe not even SmackDown, but Raw, all these pay-per-views. It's like the UFC landscape 101. Look at the match, the fight that just happened between Conor McGregor and Max Holloway, and the abundance of celebrities that were in the house for a fight, for a main event that lasted 1 minute and 20 fucking seconds. Come on, man. Come on. You know why? Because having the celebrities there, it gets people talking. ESPN starts talking. All these different media outlets start talking. That's exactly what WWE is doing right now, trying to hold on to any kind of media outlets out there, or any kind of popularity that's out there from a kick streamer or a TikTok streamer or a professional athlete or whatever, to try to get some limelight and some more media coverage from these media outlets to cover WWE. That's exactly what this shit is, bro. The whole landscape and the entire dynamic of what WWE once was, that is completely and utterly gone, gutted, and changed, man. It is not the same anymore. This is a whole different type of animal, man. And then you hear stories about, oh, well, yeah, the wrestlers backstage are frustrated. Yeah, no fucking shit, man. No shit. No shit. I mean, Jesus Christ, bro. Like, what are we doing here? And yeah, I'm not trying to harp on the LA Knight situation, but, I mean, again, tell me when I'm telling fucking lies. How many times do we got to see this guy in a match against, whether it's Jimmy, Jay, Jacob Fatu, or him attached to the Usos or the Bloodline? It's the same fucking shit every fucking week. I guarantee you LA Knight goes backstage and kisses those guys' ass cracks. Oh, thanks you, man. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? I need to be on TV, bro. Without you guys, I'm not going to be doing shit. I'm going to be sitting back here with Otis and Tozawa stuffing down chicken parm sandwiches and not doing shit. Yeah, no fucking shit, buddy. You're in your 40s and they got no fucking plan for you. I told you guys before, we know that there's going to be some more releases come WrestleMania next year. I would not be surprised if LA Knight's on that paper for releases. Him and Nakamura. Absolutely. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if LA Knight has one foot out the fucking door and get ready to call Billy Corgan to see if he can get a Greyhound bus ticket back to goddamn NWA Power. I wouldn't be fucking shocked. Come on, bro. At this point, Billy Corgan can do more for LA Knight in NWA than what Triple H and the powers that be in WWE can do for LA Knight. And that's the fucking truth. And look what, my thing is, look what NWA's doing, bro. They got a TV rights deal. They're working with Tubi. They're working with Comet TV. They're actually on a syndicated network on television for the first time in over, 30 years? 40 years? Some shit like that? Come on, bro. It's... Jesus Christ. What the fuck are we doing here? And then we're about a week and so out, and guess what? Guess who's a no-show? Roman fucking Reigns. Where's Roman? Seth Rollins didn't really say shit last night about the matchup at SummerSlam. He just had that little back and forth banter there with him and Solo Sikoa that lasted, 3 minutes? Until Fatu came out and Rollins hit a super kick on Fatu? That's it. Come on, bro. What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing here? No Roman. You're not trying to sell this match at all. And you want the fans to put out their hard-working money to buy a ticket to this shit when Roman's not even showing up to fucking work. Come on, bro. And newsflash, Roman ain't no Dwayne. He ain't no John Cena. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you, but he's not. He's not. And I'm sick and tired of it, bro. I'm tired of it. This whole, I'm not going to be part-time. My ass, bro. You are part-time. Picking and choosing when you want to show up to work. And at the end of the day, WWE is going to do whatever the hell you want to do because they can't afford to lose you. They're kissing your ass right now. It's a fucking joke, man. It's a joke, bro. It is, bro. I just... Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't get it. I really don't get it. And, there's other people in the wrestling community, like myself, that are saying the same shit. And I know that over here, we're small fry. I get it. We're small fry over here for right now. I get it. We're not the big wigs yet. We're getting there. You know what I mean? We're small fry. But people that I know in the community, people that I talk to, friends of mine that watch the product and have watched the product for over 30 years, 40 years, are saying the same shit. And what they're saying is what the fuck did I just watch? What happened to WWE? And I tell them the same goddamn thing every single goddamn time. 3 letters. TKO. TKO is ruining this company from inside and out, dude. That's just the way it is. They're already rumoring and suggesting a matchup here between Tom Brady, the former New England Patriot great, multiple Super Bowl winning Tom Brady, former Buccaneers quarterback as well, Tom Brady, in a matchup against Logan Paul at this year coming up's WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. There's already rumors of that match taking place. So seeing Tom Brady walk into a wrestling ring and wrestle Logan Paul at WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. Boring. That's... Oh, my God. And again, bro, we know why they're doing it. It's because it's the celebrity appearances. It's trying to bring more media spotlight and media outlets to WWE. I'm not stupid. It's a business. I understand that, and I get that. I'm well aware of that. And I told you guys that. I get it. It's a goddamn business. I understand that. But Jesus Christ, man. At this point, any kind of bit of simplicity would be better than what the hell we're getting now. It's like you're overdoing it to try to justify that this show is fucking garbage. It's like, putting a chandelier in a haunted house. Okay, well, yeah, the show sucks, but you know what? We're going to bring in Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns. No, and the fucking show sucks. Oh, you know what? Go ahead and get Dan Hausen to come out. We're going to give him 3 segments tonight. Judgment Day's not doing shit. They're back there scratching their asses. Let's bring them out for a couple segments so we can get through Monday Night Raw tonight. Jesus Christ. And here's my other fucking thing. You have Dominic Mysterio, and this is what I don't fucking understand. You have Dominic Mysterio right now is the AAA Mega Championship, or champion, for AAA. Which, by the way, AAA is awesome. You have this guy as the AAA champion right now. So you have the AAA champion going up against a clown in Danhausen at SummerSlam. Great way to represent the audience and the company of AAA, to have this guy go up against some dumbass clown. Like, what the fuck are we, like, what are we doing here, bro? What are we doing? Rhea Ripley's out with injury. Then you want to put a 5-woman ladder match on to crown pretty much second place until Rhea comes back. Knowing, a month and a half later we got Money in the Bank, so you're going to run back the same fucking ladder match? Going into Money in the Bank? 2 months later? Like, what the fuck are we doing here? What are we doing here? Nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense. And I'm supposed to sit here and be like, oh, well, it is what it is. No. And then you have Triple H saying, well, just watch your product and don't critique it. Get the fuck out of here. As far as I'm concerned, how in the hell that guy got a contract extension with the bullshit garbage that we're fucking getting as of late, bro? You can kiss my ass with that shit. You can kiss my ass. Triple H don't know what the fuck he's doing either. I'm sorry. Triple H is a fucking glorified yes man. Absolutely. To Ari Emanuel and Nick Khan, he's a glorified yes man. What is he, the chief content operating officer or some shit? You're a part of the creative. What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? You're sitting there with a thumb up your fucking ass, wondering what the hell you're doing. Figure it the fuck out. Figure it out. You're booking this shit like you have no fucking idea what the fuck you're doing. And we're supposed to just sit there and take this fucking garbage. You look at Division with Braun Breaker. As far as I'm concerned, Division need to fucking die. That stable needs to go. And Braun Breaker needs to be on his own with Paul Heyman. Why are we not pushing this guy as a singles competitor? It's fucking criminal. It's criminal. This guy should be as a main event caliber star. The next big guy. No, we're putting him in a tag team and having him tag team champions teaming up with Austin fucking Theory. Because not for nothing, without Breaker, Theory ain't doing shit. Let's be real, bro. Paul Heyman's pretty much told the Division to go fuck themselves, and he's on his own. He's dealing with Brock Lesnar. Y'all are on your own. Let Maxine take control of the goddamn Vision. Paul Heyman, he's not helping them out. He's more occupied with Brock Lesnar right now because Lesnar has a highly anticipated matchup against Obafemi at SummerSlam in a Hell in a Cell. He don't give a shit what the Vision's doing. He cares less. He don't give a shit. Braun Breaker needs to get the fuck away from the Vision. Braun Breaker needs to be a guy that's a main event caliber star, which he is. If you capitalize on that. You're not. You're putting this guy in a fucking tag team and having him tag team champions with Austin Theory. In a tag team division, mind you, that is fucking deplorable. Come on, bro. You have a matchup between the Vision taking on Otis and Tozawa next week. Alpha Academy. Give me a fucking break. Well, Triple H and Nick Khan walk back there and Triple H, hey, it's time to put down the chicken barn, bro. We're going to give you a shot. There's no tag team division on Monday Night Raw, bro. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Otis and Tozawa, your time's up after these guys have been sitting and catering for, 8 months? Not doing jack shit? Come on, man. Like, what? I mean, seriously, what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? I don't even know if I want to do a full rundown of this fucking show tonight. I really don't. You had JD McDonough in a matchup against Obafemi, and once I saw that, bro, I knew that this Raw was going to be it's screwed. It's screwed. No signs of Brock Lesnar. We're going to get Brock Lesnar next week and a weigh-in for this. Again, a lot of UFC references, a weigh-in between Obafemi and Brock Lesnar, bro. This ain't the UFC, man. Stop it. Oh, here's the tail of the tape between Obafemi and Brock Lesnar, bro. This is not MMA. This is not UFC. Cut the fucking bullshit. Like, Jesus Christ, man. And I've been a UFC fan my entire life, bro. And, God, dude, it's... Jesus Christ. I mean, like I said, look at the Conor McGregor and Max Holloway fight. If you want to call it that, it was a minute and, 20-some seconds? Jesus Christ, man. Oh, God. I don't know, folks. To me, and at the end of the day, it's wrestling across the board. It's not just AEW. It's Raw and SmackDown too, bro. Like, what are we doing? No signs of Roman. Seth Rollins doesn't really say anything about the matchup against Roman at SummerSlam. We're getting these vignettes that are played throughout Monday Night Raw, talking about the history that Rollins and Roman has had from their Shield days. I mean, it's like, damn, bro, we can't have Roman on TV? Let's have a back-and-forth banter, back-and-forth segment between Rollins and Roman? And you're supposed to sell me on this match based on vignettes of the history between Rollins and Roman? Newsflash, bro, we all know the history between Rollins and Roman. We are all well aware of the situation between Rollins and Roman. You know what I mean? It's been documented. We've already seen it. You're playing back some shit from the Shield, or assuming that we don't know the history here between Rollins and Roman. Roman needs to show up for work, bro. You're dragging ass. Get your ass to work. This part-time Roman shit, bro. Honestly, I'm hoping Rollins wins at SummerSlam, but I know every fiber of my being is telling me that Rollins doesn't have a snowball's chance in hell of beating Roman at SummerSlam in Minneapolis, Minnesota. But I wish Rollins did beat Roman, because this part-time shit ain't cutting the fucking mustard. The World Heavyweight Champion should be on television. I'm not saying the World Heavyweight Championship needs to be defended every week, but the champion should be on Monday Night Raw. This part-time shit where you're gone 2-3 weeks or some shit every single month is fucking bullshit, man. It's garbage. It's garbage. It's absolutely garbage. You try to get a storyline here with this guy, but this guy doesn't want to show up for work for 2 or 3 weeks. And other superstars have said the same shit, bro. Rollins had said it. Hell, Punk said it when he had the matchup taking place with Roman at WrestleMania. Punk said the same shit. Are you going to show up to work? Oh, Roman's not here. They know the fucking deal, but they also know that Roman's fucking untouchable. But they know the truth. This guy's a part-timer. He's a part-timer. He shows up when the fuck he wants to. He says a couple words, acknowledge me, and then walks out the fucking door. Give me a fucking break. Jesus Christ, man. Jeez. Oh, I don't know, folks. I just, I honestly don't know anymore. I really don't. I don't fucking get it. I don't understand it. It's absolutely just mind-numbing and fucking frustrating. Nobody knows what the fuck's going on here. Nobody knows. They think they know what's going on here. Nobody fucking knows, bro. SummerSlam, I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed. I could be wrong, but they're trying to do whatever they can just to put asses in seats right now. That's why they're lowering the ticket prices to $25, because they're pricing themselves out, man. They're pricing themselves out because you got Ari Emanuel and the powers that be TKO trying to book this shit like it's WrestleMania every single pay-per-view. And charging people $30,000, $40,000 for these tickets, man. It's outrageous. It's outrageous. You sit front row at WrestleMania, bro. You're paying $30,000 easily, almost. Close to it. Well, maybe not 20 grand, but I would say probably in the tens of thousands for sure. You think you're getting a front row seat at WrestleMania for $1,000? Nah. No. You're pricing yourselves out. You're pricing yourselves out and giving the fans fucking garbage. That's exactly what this is. Garbage. Hot, steaming garbage. Come on, man. Like, what the fuck are we... Like, honestly, I don't even know what to say anymore, man. I really don't. I really fucking don't. I try to find the positives in these shows. I really do. I just can't anymore, folks. I can't. And again, for you guys being here, I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate y'all checking out the videos, man. It means the world to me that you guys are here. You're checking out the videos. Make sure you guys do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Hit the thumbs up for me. It means the world to me, man. It really does. But I told you guys from the get-go, man, and I'm not sugarcoating shit. I'm out here trying to rub elbows with these people and trying to get in the good graces to be at, oh yeah, Mr. Clax is he's at the pay-per-view. No, bro. No. Oh, he's backstage hanging out with, no. No. I'm not sugarcoating shit. I'm not trying to get in the good graces of Tony Khan and Triple H here. Nah. No, thank you. Nah. What you see is what you get. If you guys want something that's real, organic, and unapologetic, that's where we're at right here. That is what it is here. I've watched this shit for too long, man. I've seen the highs and the lows. We all have. This is coming from a genuine fan. A fan has been a fan for quite some time, bro. It's just a genuine, honest reaction to this shit. I'm not trying to, nah. And you look at other people reacting to this shit, bro. If they're not frustrated with the current landscape of how Monday Night Raw and SmackDown is being run and just the overall product of WWE right now, if they're super happy and they got their thumbs up and, oh my God, this is awesome, they need to get their head checked. Seriously. And I mean that with the utmost respect possibly. Get your fucking head checked. Because something is wrong with you. Seriously. Like, you can't honestly tell me that what we've been seeing from WWE for the past couple weeks has been grade A. Now, bro, I'm sorry. And if you are doing that, then you are a grade A ass kisser. And yes, there are some individuals out there who I'm not going to name. You guys should know who they are. They're on the TikToks. Occasionally they go live on YouTube. You know who those people are. And they sugarcoat shit. They kiss WWE's ass so they can be at Fanatics Fest and they can stream and they can go live on TikTok and hang out with some of the superstars backstage and do the little stupid ass interviews that they do with them. You guys know who they are. These people here need to get their fucking head checked. Because why? Because they're glorified ass kissers. They're trying to get in the good grace. They're willing to sell their fucking souls to just be in the graces of these people. Nobody's organic anymore. No one's actually willing to tell you exactly how they feel. No creativity. It's just, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to feed into the WWE system. That's not what we do here. That's not what we do here. When the show's good, I'll tell you guys it's good. And of course, you guys have your own opinion, and you're entitled to it. But when you come to this show, I'm going to tell you whether the show was good or bad, and give you my reasons why, which I did tonight. Last night's show was fucking horrible. You had an abundance of 7 to 8 segments last night alone between the Judgment Day and Dan Hausen, with no signs of the World Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns, no back and forth banter here between number one contender Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, no signs of Brock Lesnar. We saw Obafemi in a bullshit matchup against JD McDonough. So once again, seeing the Judgment Day once again. We see a tag team matchup from the Vision that meant jack shit. Wasn't a horrible match, but it meant jack shit. You had Ethan Page and Rusev in action in a tag team matchup. And that was pretty much it for the rest of the show. And again, for those people out there that are complaining and whining about there's no women's match, again, that's also something to add to last night's show. There was not a single women's match on Raw last night. Liv was not in action last night, defending her title or anything else like that, or even wrestling for that matter. There was no signs of Roxanne Perez, no signs of the Women Intercontinental Champion Sol Ruga, no Raquel Rodriguez, nothing. Nothing. It almost seems as if WWE literally forgot that they had a show on Monday Night Raw yesterday after being in New York City for Saturday night's main event. It's like they literally forgot that, oh shit, we got Monday Night Raw. And again, here we are about, roughly a week and a half out, give or take, until we get to SummerSlam and no signs of Roman. Where's the build? Where is the build up? Instead, you want to play vignettes of the history between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins stemming from the days of the Shield. I'm sorry, bro, but I'm gonna need a little bit more than that. I'm sorry. You wonder why they added CM Punk and Cody Rhodes to SummerSlam. Because Rollins and Reigns wasn't doing it. And even with the addition of Punk and Rhodes, you still can't put asses in seats for people to buy tickets. So now you had to have a NFL wide receiver cut a commercial now telling the fans, hey, we lowered the tickets to $25. Because even with those 3 matches alone, you guys still can't draw flies to shit. Let me know when I'm telling lies, bro. Seriously. They can't draw flies to shit. But now you want to lower the ticket prices to $25. Because why? With the matches that are already announced for this SummerSlam show coming up in August, you can't even fill out the stadium that you guys are going to be at in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So again, you can't put asses in seats and you can't draw flies to shit. Tell me when I'm telling lies, man. It's the fucking truth. It's the truth. And everybody here is supposed to be, oh, well, yeah, we're all happy fucking dory over here. No, the fuck we're not. No, we're not. Because this shit is fucking garbage. And it's fucking boring. But we're all supposed to be, cheerful and have a big old smile on our face like we're a bunch of goddamn jackasses. And like I said, for those people out there doing that stupid ass smile, oh yeah, this is great. Get your fucking head checked. You're the fucking problem. You are the fucking problem. I mean, damn, bro. I'm not going to sit here and portray something that I'm not. What you see is what you get. I'm the same person that's on this damn podcast, just like I'm the same person outside in the real world. What you see is what you get. You want to have a conversation? No problem. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit for nobody. I'm not. Again, I'm not trying to get in the good graces of Triple H and Tony Khan. I can give a fuck less, to be honest with you. What I want is good, captivating television. What I want is good, captivating wrestling. What I want is good, captivating storylines. Get me invested in these matches and in this product. You're charging people from the WWE side, you're charging people an arm, leg, and a head for these tickets to go watch this shit. But then there's no storyline or no intrigue to get me invested to want to spend thousands of dollars for a ticket to watch this shit. And on the flip side of that coin, you have AEW where, again, where's the fucking story? Get me invested in the product, and then you still want us fans to spend $50 fucking dollars on a pay-per-view with no fucking storyline. Prime example, Redemption is coming up this weekend. Do I think it's worth paying $50 fucking dollars to see Kevin Knight versus Kenny Omega for the AEW World Championship? Absolutely fucking not. And that's no disrespect towards Kevin Knight, but Kevin Knight is not main event pay-per-view caliber ready yet. Because you guys have nobody else. And the matchup with Kevin Knight is based on a promise that was given to him from MJF, who is currently not the AEW World Champion. Instead, it's Kenny Omega. You have nobody else, bro. And you expect people to have, with no fucking story, to spend $50 for that fucking garbage for Redemption. Meanwhile, 9 times out of 10, AEW's pay-per-views go from, 7 to 8 o'clock at night, all the way up to almost 1 o'clock in the fucking morning. So you want to stay out from 8 to about 1 in the morning watching a Kevin Knight main event for a pay-per-view and waiting till 1 a.m. to watch it, damn near, for $50 fucking dollars. Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not. So again, it's not me just shitting on WWE. It's the same shit with AEW. There's no goddamn story. There's no fucking intrigue into any of this shit. Nothing. And then we get an announcement between Gunther and Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis is finally going to lace up a pair of boots for the first time since his NWA days and take on the ring general, Gunther. Now, for some people, they're excited about this match. I think it's great for Nick Aldis. I don't think it's so great for Gunther. I think it kills Gunther's entire gimmick, if you will, as the career killer. Gunther has not been the same since he retired John Cena. Or retired AJ Styles. Gunther has not been the same. It's not the same Gunther. They don't know what to do with Gunther. That's the problem. They have no idea. Oh yeah, they're giving him Nick Aldis. For what? It's story. Yeah, it's story. There's some hostility there. And look, as a fan, I'm excited to see Nick Aldis step in the ring for WWE. I think it's great for Nick Aldis. I don't think how it really benefits Gunther all that much. No. Will it be a cool match to see? Sure, it'd be entertaining as hell. It can't be worse than Gunther versus Pat McAfee, that's for damn sure. At least Aldis has a track record of actually wrestling and being a former world champion, whether it was in TNA or NWA. I mean, hell, he was NWA World Heavyweight Champion for quite some time. It's not like Nick Aldis can't wrestle. Hell, Adam Pearce one time wrestled for NWA, was NWA World Champion. Both those guys have pro wrestling experience, for sure. So it's great to see Nick Aldis once again lace up a pair of boots and step inside a ring, especially a WWE ring, for the first time ever, and it being at a pay-per-view like SummerSlam. It's great for Nick Aldis. It's awesome. But I don't think it does a lot for, I would say, the stock, if you will, or the rise of Gunther. I think the stock level for Gunther would go down a little bit, especially if you lost to Nick Aldis, being that he is the ring general and the career killer. Yeah, I think Gunther's stock level would go down a little bit, to be honest with you. But, I mean, at the end of the day, bro, I mean, anybody trying to justify this show last night as being a positive and good show, oh, man. Look, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I'm not trying to be rude, not trying to be mean, but shoo, you might need to get your head checked. Come on, bro. 7 segments alone between Dan Hausen and Judgment Day. Yikes. No Roman Reigns. No back and forth banter here between Rollins and Roman. No little, last minute build. I mean, I get we have another Raw next week, and most likely we're going to see Roman. But Jesus Christ, bro, we need all hands on deck. Not just all the week leading up to the pay-per-view. There's no excuse, man. No excuse. We got a weigh-in between Obafemi and Brock Lesnar next week, like it's goddamn Chuck Liddell and Tito Ortiz in the UFC. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, God. And then what happens when we get to SummerSlam? They're going to, book it like a SummerSlam UFC fight. You're going to have Bruce Buffer out there calling the action, introducing both Brock Lesnar and Obafemi to the goddamn ring for Hell in a Cell. Jesus Christ. I would laugh my ass off if I saw Bruce Buffer in the middle of a WWE ring announcing Brock Lesnar and Obafemi like it's a goddamn UFC World Heavyweight Championship fight in the UFC. I would laugh my ass off. Jesus Christ. Wrestling out of the blue corner. I mean, come on, bro. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. I don't know, bro. I just... I genuinely, I'll say this, in all honesty. I think people are starting to realize this, but I'm just going to reiterate this. TKO is crippling WWE from the inside out. These guys, Ari Emanuel and Mark Shapiro, are trying to do whatever they can to generate dollars and money. And the minute the stock goes down for WWE or they see the writing on the wall, I can guarantee you that both those guys have an exit strategy. And when shit goes south, and it probably will, those guys are going to cut bait and shag ass out of WWE. I can tell you guys that right now, because their whole mindset for TKO is, where is the stock at for WWE? Are we generating dollars? Are we generating revenue for this company? And if we're not generating a certain amount of money or revenue for this company, these two fucking guys are going to bail. So like I said, I'm pretty sure they have already had an exit strategy the minute they even signed on to work with WWE. As far as Triple H is concerned, bro, at this point and the juncture that we're at right now with the entire landscape of WWE, I would not be surprised, even though I know he just signed a contract extension with WWE, I feel like this might be his last little hoorah. His days are numbered in WWE. I still believe that. Whether he signed the extension or not, his days are numbered, bro, because people are going to get frustrated with the product. If we keep getting this same kind of shit, people and fans are going to get frustrated. And it's going to get to a point where it's the same shit, rinse and repeat, almost like the LA Knight situation. You know what I mean? Which I'm not trying to harp on it, but it's the truth, bro. There's nothing else they have for this guy. Nothing. And I'm not sitting here saying I'm an LA Knight super fan. No. But am I a fan of his work and what he can do and what I know he's capable of doing? Absolutely. They're just not trying to capitalize on that. And because of that, and because of the fact that they have no other vision for this guy, literally, besides him being attached to the hip with the bloodline of the Usos, to me, the writing is on the wall. Without the Usos or the bloodline, this guy is not going to be doing shit. He's going to be back in catering. He's not going to be on TV. He's not doing shit. And like I said, my standpoint is the same, and he is kissing these guys' ass crack, because without the bloodline or the Usos, you're not going to see LA Knight on television. You're going to see him back in catering, not doing shit. You're eating a chicken parm sandwich with a cup of coffee, not doing shit. Waiting for your call up next time to say, hey, you know what, we're going to use you this time. And by that, what, he's going to be 45? Damn near 50? Okay, it's your turn now. Just like Otis and Tozawa getting their opportunity next week, when they've been sitting back in catering for almost about a year now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the truth, folks. And I don't think a lot of people are starting to actually think about that. Oh, well, some of these people we haven't seen, they're injured. No, there's no creative for them. You look at someone like Jordynne Grace. If you guys know who that is. Jordynne Grace is fine. She's not injured. The fact of the matter is, the reason why we have not seen her back on television is because WWE right now have no creative plans for the likes of Jordynne Grace. That's why we have not seen Jordynne Grace. It's probably why we haven't seen Shinsuke Nakamura. Most likely. They don't have creative ideas or plans for these people, so when they don't have plans for them, they're not putting them on television. So like I said, LA Knight is kissing the bloodline's ass, because he knows at the end of the day, without the bloodline, and once this whole shit's done with the bloodline, it's going to be a rough path and a bumpy road for the likes of LA Knight. That's just the truth of it. To a point where he might not be showcased on television more than what he's getting showcased now. It might be a lot less. To a point where a lot of people are going to be questioning, where the hell is LA Knight? And then we get to WrestleMania in 2027, and he might be on the docket for a WWE release next year. There's always one big name that shocks everybody. Maybe one or two big names that shock everybody. I would not be shocked if LA Knight's not on that list. To be honest with you. With all the stories from LA Knight, even the Unreal Netflix series and the issue that LA Knight had with Triple H or Triple H had with LA Knight, yeah, I could see LA Knight being on the docket for a possible release from WWE going into next year. I could see it. Nakamura, absolutely. Yeah, I could see it. Because they have no creative ideas for these guys. And with LA Knight, it's running thin, bro. It's running thin because all you want to do, it's LA Knight, and then it's the Usos, or the Bloodline, or him mentioning Roman, or Jacob Fatu. Slap you back to factory settings. All this stupid ass shit, bro. It's getting old. The well has run dry, man. At this point, you're trying to get blood from a fucking stone with this LA Knight Bloodline shit. That's exactly what it is. And at the end of the day, nobody gives a shit, man. Nobody cares. You think a lot of people give a shit about a six-man tag team matchup here between LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Royce Keys taking on Fatu and the Usos? I can tell you guys right now that at SummerSlam, I don't think a lot of people are actually legitimately going to give a shit about a six-man tag team matchup here between the Bloodline taking on LA Knight, Royce Keys, and Solo Sikoa. I think a lot of people are going to give a fuck less about this match. That's just where we're at, man. That's where we're at. And somebody there in WWE has to wake up and smell the fucking coffee and realize this LA Knight shit with the Bloodline has to come to a fucking end at some point, bro. Holy shit. Are they just trying to drag this shit out, and when it's all said and done, they tell LA Knight, hey, man, we're done here? I don't know. Because you had to ask yourself that question, too. Without the Bloodline, what's next for LA Knight? What's next for LA Knight? That's the million-dollar question. Because every time they give this guy an opportunity to become world champion, it doesn't happen. The Rumbles, tournaments, it doesn't happen. Does not happen. Why? Because they don't want to invest into LA Knight. Not at that level. Because they don't see LA Knight as a main event caliber star. Or at least a world champion at this point. I think that's pretty evident. So where do we go from here? And like I said, without the Bloodline, it's slim pickings for the likes of LA Knight. But I don't know, folks. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and, I really sound like a broken record. But it's just, at the end of the day, there's a lot of people like myself that are doing this, that are frustrated with the product right now for WWE. And it's across the board, too, with AEW. But, the friends of mine that I talked to, and I had to say I agree with them about Raw last night, that this might go down as one of the worst episodes of Raw in all of 2026 so far. Raw last night was fucking horrible. And to me, it looked like it went from being Monday Night Raw to Monday Night Hausen last night. Because I felt like we saw Danhausen throughout the entire goddamn night of Monday Night Raw. So it looked like it went from Monday Night Raw to Monday Night Hausen. In my honest opinion. There needs to be a change. We need all hands on deck going into SummerSlam. Roman should have been there last night. Not just this vignettes of Rollins and Roman and the backstory they have from their Shield days. We need something that's captivating, man. We need some intrigue, some excitement. Where's Brock? I mean, hell, bro, we didn't even see Paul Heyman on Raw last night. We saw a vignette of Heyman. But Paul Heyman was not there live on Raw last night, hyping up the match between Lesnar and Obafemi. Nothing. No Paul Heyman, no Brock Lesnar, no Roman Reigns. No women's matches as well. I mean, come on, bro. You cannot justify that last night's Raw was a really good episode of Monday Night Raw last night. There's no way in hell you can justify that. There's no way. Not with a total of 7 segments alone between the likes of the Judgment Day and Danhausen throughout the entire show last night on Monday Night Raw. And you're supposed to tell me that last night's show was a good show. Nah, bro. Nah. At the end of the day, TKO and the powers that be, Ari Emanuel and Mark Shapiro, are crippling this company from within. And I think people are slowly starting to realize that TKO is ultimately WWE's kryptonite at the end of the day. And it might be too late by the time that WWE can actually recover from the shit that's already happening right now behind closed doors from the likes of TKO. But in my opinion, TKO is WWE's kryptonite at the end of the day. And hopefully things change and hopefully things get better. But after what I saw last night from Monday Night Raw, man, I'm definitely on the fence as far as things getting better for WWE moving forward. But with that being said, though, this is my review, if you want to call it that, of Monday Night Raw. I hope you guys are out there staying safe. Be careful, and remember, stay classic. Peace.